Welcome to the pod, gang.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't know. I'm a little out of it. I think.
What happens when you're over 30?
I guess so. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Nothing. Just
Bro.
being alive for 30 years, like you said.
I don't know.
I literally don't have like a diagnosis for it.
I
Just, like,
don't relate at all. I was up until 5 a.m.
That's crazy.
I was out literally yesterday was so much fun. I went bike riding, day drinking, mimosas, took a nap in the middle of the day, and went to do comedy, and then went out clubbing until 5 a.m. And now we're here doing a podcast for you, the people, talking about cops.
Wow, that should really make me feel bad about myself
Yeah,
right there.
I want you to go to the doctor.
It's okay.
You need to go to the doctor.
I'm gonna just compartmentalize. What was that? I must compartmentalize. Never mind. This stupid reference. And just do a podcast about the police, which is fun.
No,
we have a fun podcast.
Every time I say I can't
it's
wait.
listed as comedy.
It is somehow.
Yeah.
When one of us does do the comedy, though,
It's the same as Comedy Bang Bang.
Basically, it's basically Kill Tony with cops.
That's probably a better analogy. Yeah,
it's Kill Tony. It is actually probably killed, except way
but far less victims than Kill Tony has.
And we're like the opposite. They would be on the cop side if it was actually on Kill Tony. That's the difference.
Yeah.
We are staunchly anti-cop.
They would just watch episodes of Cops, the actual show Cops, and just be like,
"This is good."
Yeah.
To be fair,
no notes.
When I was a kid, I used to love Cops.
Yeah, me too. I did, but then I remember there was an age where I watched it. Like I remember it vividly. I was in a hotel room, probably middle of buttfuck nowhere on doing some comedy at a C-level club, and Cops was on. And I was like, I used to watch this when I was a kid, and then I was watching it, and as an adult, I was like, seems like we're just watching the police harass poor people who need real assistance.
Yeah.
And we made a TV show about it.
I'll never forget my big turn. Truly the last time I did watch Cops. It's actually funny. It was like 9-10 years ago. It was when I got arrested in Houston for weed. And I was on probation. And I just was in college, fucked up, just anxious at every moment. Like, well, I ruined my life because now I've been arrested for a joint. And it was a blunt, but being honest. But I just remember being on probation, dealing with all this stress. And then I was sitting at home waiting for my next drug test, knowing that I just smoked, and Cops came on, and that shit turned my stomach. I was like, this shit is fucked up, dog.
It is.
I do not like this at all.
It is. How is it entertainment? I feel the same. I went through the same trajectory with like World Star hip hop videos. Like at a certain point, I watched those as an adult, and I'm like, hey, this is very sad.
Horrible.
This is America has abandoned this community that we're watching.
It is the boil on the underbelly of America.
It is, yeah.
It is gross rock.
Yeah, but it gets views.
Yeah, because sometimes I check in on World Star Hip Hop.
I know.
Once a year, I do my annual pilgrimage to World Star and be like, yeah, they still haven't changed this UI. This shit is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, but they make music videos and stuff.
People still promote on.
Yeah,
it'll be like World Star Hip Hop exclusive. Young fuck.
Yeah, so they got some good stuff
Who
going.
the fuck is coming here? What dirty, dusty ass? No,
yeah. Some gifts to society that's not just exploiting the poor.
Well, what I did appreciate about World Star Hip Hop was the comment section, because it was like black people, we needed our own 4chan, and World Star Hip Hop comment section, it made up.
You heard it here first. Black people needed their own 4chan, according to race scholar Ashton Womack, civil rights leader Ashton Womack. What we need,
brothers and sisters, put down that voting right bill and pick up the keyboard and type.
Yeah. You don't need to be joining a union. You need to be joining a message board to get the real message out to the people. All right, we said we weren't going to do a stupid intro this time, but we did.
Well, you got one, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so here are some of the police headlines of the week. Cop in Boston is charged with manslaughter after fatally shooting someone who was attempting to drive away. R.I.P. Stephenson King.
Cop in California is charged with second-degree murder after doing a hit and run that ended up killing every passenger in the vehicle. R.I.P. Julie Hamori, Armand Del Campo, Jordan Patridge, and Sam Skolkolik.
ICE cops in Texas have a man die in their custody after being detained for less than 24 hours. R.I.P. Mohammed Nazir Patikawal.
ICE cops in Arizona have a man die in their custody. He had been living in the U.S. since 1991. R.I.P. Pajaman Karshinas Najafabadi.
ICE cops in Florida have a teenager die in their custody and claim it as a suicide. R.I.P. Royer Perez Jimenez.
Jail cop in Amityville, New York is charged after a head-on collision that killed an unborn child.
Cop in Kingston, New York is found guilty of manslaughter after twice ramming into an SUV, killing an 11-year-old girl. R.I.P. Monica Goods.
Jail cop in Miami is caught on tape beating a handcuffed inmate.
Cop in Detroit is facing charges of sexually assaulting multiple women and girls over the course of several years.
Jail cop in Lake County, Indiana is charged with having sex with teenage inmate.
Cop in Laredo, Texas is arrested in a sting operation for trying to entice a 12-year-old girl over Snapchat.
Cop in Pensacola, Florida is charged for failing to disclose his HIV status to a woman he impregnated.
Cop in Whittier, California cost the city $3 million after a settlement for sexually abusing 4 girls in the Police Explorer youth program.
Cop in San Diego charged with possession of child sex abuse material.
Cop in Lauderhill, Florida is arrested for a hit and run that seriously injured a motorcyclist.
Cops in Belmead, Texas shoot a family's dog during a welfare check.
Cop in Memphis are on video shooting a dog that posed no threat to them.
Cops in Buffalo are facing a lawsuit for killing a pet dog.
Cop in Douglas, Georgia is arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in San Antonio arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Ohio is back on the job after being arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Florida is arrested for child abuse after fighting his daughter in his front yard.
Damn.
Those are your roundup. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, none of this is good.
Yeah.
None of it's good. It started off very deadly.
Yeah.
That was a deadly beginning.
Yep. Remember, folks, what is it? Average 1,100 people killed a year by the police in America.
I would have thought more, to be honest.
1,100's a lot. You know, if you go to England, it's like 1.
Yeah. No, yeah. Especially, oh my God.
If you go to Canada, it's like 30. Canada's next up after us in terms of like, you know, quote unquote, like democracies. The Western countries we're supposed to compare ourselves to. We are first with 1,100. Canada is second with like 30 something.
Interesting. And then you would think, you know, the way they propagandize Mexico as this violent. It's just funny to me that these white Western countries are.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know where Mexico would be. I don't think Mexico was included on this list. It would be a good thing to look up. But I mean, yeah, the police is unique in terms of like, I mean, in America, I should have said, is unique in terms of like wealthy first world democracy, like those type of countries we're supposed to compare ourselves to. It's like absolutely nowhere near us in second place.
It's funny because it's like being in America. I feel like because I grew up in the environment of American police, I feel like I go to Canada and England and beat the fuck out of one of their cops.
Yeah.
Just because like we're in like the level 90 area. So we're like level 90, like our cops are like high level, but then we're like, oh man, level 35 ass cops and just whoop their ass.
It's like going from Grand Theft Auto to Mario Kart.
Yeah, nigga, you got a baton, man. If you don't get this goofy ass Benny Hill shit up out of here, chase a cop in one of those Benny Hill fucking.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Just be careful whenever you do go to England. Don't test out this theory.
I will never. I am a shit talker. When I go to England, I'm going to be there as a tourist. I'm going to have one of those like sunscreen patches on my nose. Both my hands are going to be on my shoulder. Like, wow, this is the Louvre. Oh my God.
You're gonna be roasting those red jacket dudes with the
hands down. I'll be staring a nigga down.
Yeah, you're gonna be in jail, and that's what I'm worried about.
No, I am gonna be saying this nigga eating beans a lot, a lot. probably gonna be the main thing I'm walking around. This nigga eating beans.
Yeah, and that is a crime in England to say that. That is a crime.
Is this nigga eating beans?
It's a crime to say free Palestine, and it's a crime to say
Point out
that
how much
quote
bean.
from Twitter.
But we got some updates for the show. First off, welcome to the podcast, gang. Always
welcome
lovely
to the
have you.
podcast. Please sign up for our Patreon. Feel free. This week we'll be talking about the quotes I'm using Antifa members protesting an ICE detention facility in North Texas that were all convicted of domestic terrorism this week. So that's pretty important case, I would say. So we'll be talking about that. But what are we talking about? Well, first we gotta, like you were about to say, Ashton, we gotta talk about Afroman.
Afro motherfucking M-A-N.
Story of the year.
Can't
you could
stand
say.
no goddamn Yin Yang twins. I think Lil Jon and the East Side Boys is some irritant, ignorant bunch of noise. You don't remember him dissing? Oh my God, he dissed the whole rap game after.
I didn't realize that.
After he dropped Because I Got High.
He dissed them like Bill Cosby style. Like y'all.
Ignorant, irritating bunch of no. Well, wow. When you hear that,
That's what it sounded like out of context.
Out of context, it does sound very Bill Cosby. Yin Yang twins need to pick up their pants.
Yeah.
No,
Hit this blunt and pull your pants up.
No,
It's me, Afroman.
No, it gets real
I
sexy.
have a weird, I have a weird ideology over here, but I'll explain it to you if you give me a second.
Yeah, no, I don't know what Afroman's ideology is because he has been wearing that goofy ass suit, and people are like, "Are you MAGA?"
No, the suit was awesome.
No, what?
It was.
It was not.
It was. I totally get it. He was like, "How do I get everyone on my side?" Because he made it about freedom of speech, and he made it into like, "I love America." I think that was genius. He could have been like, "Fuck these cops, fuck racist ass America," but instead he got the entire public, the court of public opinion, by being like, I actually love America, and I love my freedom of speech. If you love America, you're on my side, not these cops' side. I thought that was brilliant.
I agree. Good. That is a good strategy. I understand it. Could have got a better suit. The suit
could have gotten a better American flag suit.
Yes, that shit looked like he picked it up off the floor at TJ Maxx. I don't even know how to describe that suit. That shit.
So it's not the American flag suit that you would wear to court.
I would have a little more tasteful American flag suit to court. It would maybe American flag lapel, maybe.
Sure. All right.
Maybe.
Sorry, this isn't a podcast about the fashion police.
They should have arrested his ass. They should have sued his ass.
They should have beat the fuck out of him.
I'm actually on the cop side with this one. After I saw that suit.
Yeah.
No, but
there should have been some fashion police flashbangs thrown into his house.
I'm not going to make any joke because I'm about to exaggerate it too far. But I'm still Team Afro, man. I mean, MAGA or whatever. I'm happy he won.
It was incredible. Like it was like such a feel-good story that he won. Like I feel like it became viral. Everyone was talking about it.
He had a teardrop. It came out of his eye. When he won, it was like when he was at court. They zoomed in on the teardrop just coming. Yeah, like that commercial with the Indian dude.
Yeah,
he's just like,
really, it's just because they just put Visine in his eyes because he was too high in court. It was like, wow, Afroman has moved. Afroman has no idea what's going on right now.
Afroman trying to use him.
Yes, he smokes weed, folks.
Yeah.
I know we have probably a younger audience that wasn't like Afroman. His songs weren't popping off when y'all were in high school.
You were being
but
born.
Yes,
when he was.
Yeah, we were talking about this last episode, but it's like this is truly an embodiment of a comedian. He gets wronged, he just makes his funny songs and
gets in trouble for it.
And then continues to make funny songs.
Yeah, he
and wins.
And wins.
It's so awesome.
That's a heartfelt, like, wow, you can win in society. And apparently the judge.
If you're famous.
Yes, of course. And if you're good at making music. If you make something
if you're famous and have a special talent that we all enjoy, you don't have to go to jail.
Yeah, that's the justice system. Yeah, you got something cool to show?
Yeah.
I know you're innocent, but do you have something cool? I know you got like evidence to prove you're innocent. Fuck all that. You got some like cool art or something, like a talent.
Did you see the cop who was on the stand and because Afroman said he implied
he fucked his wife
heavily.
And he was like, I don't know if my wife got fucked. Do you know that?
Yeah.
We know.
I mean, that was so funny because, like, clearly, like, the cops' strategy, because remember, they are suing Afroman,
Yes,
not Afroman
right,
suing
suing
them
yeah.
for destroying his house and stealing his money. They are suing Afroman for making these music videos about them. And so, for their case to stick, they have to be victims, right? They are suing him. And so in order to be proper victims, they have to go up there and, convince everyone they've been hurt. And so he was like, I don't know, it destroyed my marriage. The guy was like, well, how would it destroy your marriage? He's like, I don't know, but did my wife have sex with Afroman? And the guy was like, do you believe your wife had sex with Afroman?
She could have.
Yeah, he had to be like, I don't know.
You know damn well Afroman did not destroy your marriage.
I mean, whether or not Afroman had sex with your wife, you should know that.
I think it's funny that, like, yeah,
you should know at least.
Yeah, you would be able to describe him at least really easily if you saw him. It was an Afro man.
Yeah,
it was a guy with Afro.
He was wearing a glow-in-the-dark American flag three-piece suit, and he had a giant afro. And he was singing a song about smoking marijuana.
Afro Man sounds like how you would describe Afro Man. Like, it's just the word.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That was very fun. The other part of it that was really
that was the first original name for Static Shock.
Yeah,
was,
Afro Man. Fuck
then they passed it up.
I love Static Shock so much.
Me too.
God, I love Static. But anyway.
That was a loving joke.
No. I just don't like any smoke. I'm such a Static Shock stan. Anyway, the funniest part to me, he was like the guy being like, I don't know. First, I was like, I don't know if he's still married, but that is not the answer. If you're not gonna win this lawsuit, you should at least save your fucking marriage, nigga. Don't be like, my wife's a whore. Don't go on the stand. And then, like, the funniest part to me was whenever he was like, Afroman made this entire. Look, now that the case is over, can I say something controversial?
Yeah.
This nigga absolutely was defaming them people. Like, I don't know if you go to his Facebook account. He's like, this bitch is trans. I hate her. He's a pedophile. I was like, I think some of this, I don't know if all of this is not defamation, but some of this has to be a little defamation. Like, what? He made an AI video of him and this one white lady officer. Him just like, oh, baby girl. Shit that if anybody else, if it wasn't Afroman, we'd be like, this is fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
Do not make a sexualized.
But it's like you said, he was like, look, none of this would have happened if y'all would have destroyed my house.
In the court, they play the video that he makes of this white woman, and it's so weird. It's so creepy. And then they cut to her, and she just breaks down crying. She was like, actually.
She had to.
I mean, yeah, her acting was stellar. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It was pretty. Why am I defending these goddamn?
Those tears were real.
No, I think he got her ass for real. I think he actually. Yeah. Wow, but good for him. They fucking could have murdered him. They literally could have killed him. That's all.
So it's nice to start with a heartwarming story.
I'm such a contrarian. Nah, he was defaming the police. My Republican arc star.
You're like, he used AI as an artist? As an artist? No. You go to jail for that shit.
I was a little, like, come on, bro. But also, never mind. This is all of this. I love, like, when when it was moments I can't excuse AI. Like, I'm like, one, he's fucking Afroman. Who the fuck? I can't be like this purist, but also, if you do use water on something, harassing the police, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
That's the only best case use of AI. But shall we start this goddamn pod?
Yeah, let's we're starting here. We're going to Spokane, Washington, reading from The Spokesman. Detectives investigating a homicide stumbled upon a Spokane County deputy accused of trading pills and sexting at work. A man accused of murder and kidnapping a woman he chained up in his basement in Pend Oriole County had texted about trading prescription pills with a Spokane County Sheriff's deputy who was his neighbor, according to a sheriff's office investigation. Deputy Daniel Middlebose, 61, resigned his position last summer after the texts were discovered. The text led to the sheriff's office finding thousands of pornographic images on Middlebose's sheriff's office cell phone.
Thousands?
Thousands.
Nigga, what kind of phone you got? Nigga, yeah, let me get that iCloud.
Yeah, dude.
45 tetrabyte. What?
That screen capture button is dented on that phone. Fucking thousands. Jesus Christ.
Sir, I can't even get through this sticky ass phone. Screen got a layer of jizz film on it. I gotta peel off.
Yeah, thousands. I mean, how do you? I mean, goddamn, you need AI to organize all that.
Have a phone. Just go on porn. There's already a collection of thousands of pornographic images. It's called Pornhub. What?
Yeah,
that's crazy. He had his own fucking
freaky ass cops, as you would say this moment.
They are freaky ass cops, bro.
So thousands of pornographic images on Middlebost Sheriff's office cell phone, including some taken of himself within.
Artisanal.
Yeah, he's not just taking; he's also sharing. You know, he's part of the economy of pornographic images in the world.
What this 60-year-old man looks like.
Ashton's got to see it.
I gotta see
Heard to hear it first, folks.
See these pics, dog. What? I don't, not to, be what's the one where you mean to old people?
Ageism?
Yeah.
Sure.
Not to be an ageist, but it's just like, was he taking pictures of his dick or did he try to take a selfie? Old people don't know how to use their phones, so he just kept fuck, God damn it. I got 12. Look, when you get older, weird shit. My zipper is always down. After I turn 30, zipper's always down. I don't know why. I just look, I'm like, God damn it. Zip it down, y'all. Excuse me. I got to turn around. So maybe he wasn't even trying to take
this will be you pretty soon.
I can explain. I'm just old, nigga. Damn. I didn't even mean to take I was fiddling around.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna be a menace in the dementia center when you're older.
It's gonna be so fun.
So
I can remember it.
Middleboss was a decorated member of law enforcement with a Sheriff Star Award and a certificate of special congressional recognition. So really, very celebrated sheriff's deputy and 61 years old. The text suggested Middleboss and the accused murderer were trading pills, according to the sheriff's office internal investigation. Middleboss also used his work cell phone to send a woman pornographic photos and videos of himself in uniform from inside the sheriff's office and using the sheriff's office address to mail women's underwear, according to investigative reports obtained by the Spokesman Review. So some of y'all might be reading this and thinking, or hearing this and thinking like, okay, that's, why are we listening to this story? I think it's so funny and so telling that this all stemmed from a dude who's murdering people, has a body buried in his yard, and has a woman chained in his basement. And his next door neighbor is a cop.
Completely not only just oblivious to it, but is buying pills from the
Yes. In the movie version of this, the cop would immediately start, his amazing cop mind would start picking up on minute clues about what could be happening next door in this horror movie. But instead, he's trading pills with this guy.
Niggas, look, man. The guy is clearly exhausted from jacking off 24/7. The man has nothing.
From 9 to 5.
He's
putting in a hard day's work.
He's clearly
thousands
got
of images.
One focus, and this man is drained. I just need the pills. Yeah, man. He's also 61 years old and still that horny. It never leaves us. That is horrifying. We are always cursed with this demon. It will always.
I don't know if we have the exact same curse as this guy has. You know what I mean? It might be more than just our biological imperative
but
going
on
here.
Wow, he's still horny at 61. You would hope it would, your higher faculties would take over and you just become.
Sure, like I said, I mean, having a sexual desire is one thing.
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be hanging out with a serial killer next door and downloading thousands of images onto your work phone.
Nigga heard a woman screaming. What's that? Oh man, that's new porn I'm watching. Dude,
yeah.
Send me the link.
Yeah, girls downstairs. He's like, ooh, send me that one. Send me that one. That sounds like a good one. Please call 911. Oh, I have that one, actually. I have that one.
chained up. Oh, you into that type? Okay. I'm in a little, okay.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
I'm in a different, I like to have women send panties to my workplace. I'm a different type of freak.
Yeah, he's hanging at the guy's house. Oh, that's a PS5.
Oh, bro. He's coming up with beers and baby oil. We could jerk sesh together.
Roughly 50,000 images and 1,000 videos were found on his work phone.
Jesus
Christ. So many.
Damn, dude.
What?
Your phone holds that many. I got to delete my wedding pics. Let me delete the wedding now.
He clearly has never deleted anything in his life. Even incriminating photos and videos.
I didn't even know you could have this many images on your phone. You can't have any other apps.
Never heard. He doesn't know there's a delete button. He doesn't know. All he knows is screenshot. That's all KAWPS knows these days.
I had to delete the text and the phone app off my phone to make room for more porn pics. Damn, nigga, what?
Yeah, he had to delete. What's WhatsApp? He had to delete everything that possibly could have covered his tracks. Roughly, 50,000 images, 1,000 videos found on his work phone, many of them not related to the job. Records say law enforcement found among them 240 images that depict the former deputy in, quote, various stages of undress, sexual contact, and sexual intercourse. The only reason the conduct came to light was the June arrest of Newport resident John Rosen, who was charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, first-degree rape, first-degree kidnapping, and unlawful imprisonment. Law enforcement responded June 5th to a welfare check at 334 Fertile Valley Road, where they discovered a woman chained up inside a motorhome and a dead man buried inside a hole in the property, according to the previous reporting from the Spokesman Review. The woman told police that Rosen and another man had shot her boyfriend and buried him. When investigators seized and searched Rosen's phone, they found a contact listed as Dan the cop neighbor.
The oblivious, dumbass, stupid, never questioning cop neighbor.
Yeah, he clearly knew this guy was a dumbass. He's like, should I murder someone and keep a prisoner in my basement with a cop next door as my neighbor? It's just Dan, the dumbass cop neighbor.
It's like the what's that one Edgar Allan Poe put the Raven or the
no, not the Raven, Telltale Heart.
Telltale Heart.
Yeah, holy shit, he is in the Telltale Heart.
Except the dude was just smart enough not to snitch on himself, and it just worked out.
Yeah,
it literally just worked out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the cop has John, the murder rapist neighbor, listed on his phone as him. He's like, dude, he had PS5. He was a cool guy.
What pills was he selling? He was clearly selling Viagra. There's no way this fucking... That's so... God, I have to imagine that this cop, his other investigations have just completely...
I know.
Find a guy with a gun, a dead body, just like...
He clearly wasn't getting shit done.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's just like, well, looks like this one will go unsolved. Looks like this one is just a nigga with a smoking gun.
A literal smoking gun.
Hand pointed over the body. Looks like everything's okay to me. He checks out here.
Yeah.
Damn,
they're like, deputy, you have made 0 arrests all year. Congratulations for really cleaning up the streets. You've really done it. I think we could all pack it up and go home.
That's so funny being at the police department, and then they all find this murderer gets caught, and then they just like, John, you ain't know about this nigga? What? Steve? Yeah. What?
Couldn't believe. I mean, he's just a normal guy. We'd go over to the game, have a couple beers. We weren't allowed to go into the basement. Just regular, cool guy.
Imagine like a guy has a multiple. Like, how many people did this dude kill? 2. Like, he killed one person and a body chained up, and that's like the news. You would think that'd be the news story, but what really is the news story is how much porn you have in your fucking phone. The cop who should have caught this nigga.
Yeah.
The porn on this nigga's phone. This is an embarrassing way to go out, dog.
It is.
This is
The Office of Professional Standards had seized and scoured Middlebo's work cell phone, his department laptop, his access cards, firearms, and his take-home patrol car. They found Middlebo's last text to Rosen, this is the murderer, who was his next-door neighbor, was when police were at his home arresting him on suspicion of murder. John, call me ASAP. Middlebo's wrote. God, what a dumbass. Investigators went on to uncover much more.
He texted him that while he
was getting arrested.
You fucking just a fucking.
You're not talking to the cops, right?
He's having post-nut clarity.
Whoa. Yeah.
He's like, oh. John, I just realized something.
No, he posts on clarity that he puts it all together that his neighbor's a murderer. He's like, oh shit.
It all makes sense now. The screams every night I hear.
Beyond text saying he was shipping pills to his girls in California, the Standards Office investigators also found pornographic videos on his work cell phone. Many were sent to a woman through Facebook Messenger. Some videos and images were taken while he was in the driver's seat of his department. Issued.
Christ,
These cops are having too much fun.
Yeah.
The driver's seat of his vehicle. Some were taken in a sheriff's office conference room or his office. One was of Middlebo's masturbating in the public safety building's bathroom.
It's the movie Crank with Jason Statham, except like he can't stop jerking off unless his heart explodes.
It seems that way. It seems there was some sort of greater mission going on. There were some stakes that we can't.
If I stop jerking off, me heart will explode. I gotta keep cranking it. He said the title of the movie.
Yeah. He's in the interrogation room. They're like, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't want to be good cop to this guy.
Good cop, horny cop. All right. I'm gonna. If you don't give me the answers, I'm gonna jerk off in this corner in front of you. Oh, please.
They're like, dude, you're the one getting interrogated right now.
All right, you leave me no choice. No.
All right. Put the handcuffs back on this guy.
Oh,
and don't ever take them off, actually.
Oh, I like a little freak. Okay. Good cop, horny cop.
All right. This article.
New sketch.
Yeah, we can move on. I mean, it keeps going. And, he's sending underwear. It's a whole weird system he had in place.
Like the amount of workplace, like how much is involved in his work is crazy.
A lot of these, like we have so many articles that like reveal just like a little slice of life working at a police department.
It's
always terrifying and perverted. It's always so nasty.
It's gross.
It is.
Nigga sending panties to the workplace, nigga. What the fuck?
From his workplace with the return address of his workplace. I mean,
I'd be weirded out if I was the woman sending the panties. Like, he wants me to send this straight to a police department. I would be skeptical if I was sending my panties.
Yeah, look, I mean, clearly,
I would never send my panties.
Clearly, he's got a little, call me officer thing going on there. But
thanks to Officer Milbros, we now have to train our drug sniffing dogs into pussy sniffing dogs. Our what are the bomb package dogs? You get what I'm trying to do here. But we can move on.
They're like, look, we got to cut the budget for bombs, dude. We can't. Sorry. But yeah, let's move on.
All right. We ain't going to, we're going to Florida.
Yeah.
So you already know. Florida. Via Miami Herald. Oh, this is a horrible story. I got to stop. Teenage Mexican immigrant dies in ICE detention in Florida in presumed suicide. A 19-year-old Mexican man died on Monday of what authorities said was presumed suicide in Immigration and Customs and Enforcement detention. The agency announced, marking the 13th death nationwide this year. Just want to say presumed suicide. I feel like we already had this conversation where didn't we have a story
Yes.
where the ICE agents were betting on who would kill themselves next.
Yep.
So, sure, that's not these things aren't happening in a vacuum, basically. Royer Perez Jimenez was found unconscious and unresponsive by a detention officer at 2:34 a.m., according to the press release. The report states that after medical services attempts at resuscitation were unsuccessful, he was pronounced dead at 2:51 a.m. Since President Donald Trump returned to office, Perez Jimenez is the 8th person to die in immigration detention, Florida. So far, over 40 people have died nationwide in ICE custody during the Trump administration. The death toll ranges from 2 men killed by an active shooter at an ICE office in Dallas to people who have died from natural causes. So far in March alone, at least 5 people have died while in ICE custody, according to a government press release.
Yeah. I mean, you brought up the that was in Texas, the largest detention facility in the U.S., where those ICE officers were having bets on the next detainee to commit suicide. We're seeing, way too much of that. But also at the same time, we had the story of Gerardo Lunas Campos, the Cuban migrant who the ICE officers said took his own life, but then the autopsy came back and they said it was homicide. He did not take his own life. Then they had to come back in and say, "Oh no, he was trying to commit suicide, and we were trying to stop him from committing suicide, and that's how we accidentally made it a homicide." And so, but regardless, either way, it's completely unacceptable. Whether or not the conditions are so bad that 1, all these detainees are attempting suicide, and 2, succeeding in suicide, or the opposite, where the ICE agents are killing detainees and then framing them as suicides.
It's like the cruelty. This is like the cruelty administration. All of this is meant to, like, you creating conditions to where, what does that say about, like, your managerial? Like, why would we trust you as, like, a president when your managerial skills show that it leads to people just killing themselves? And I'm assuming that's like they want it this way. They want people to be like, yeah, you can stay here in this prison or you can kill yourself. And they create conditions to make people live like this. Day one, I don't know what. Obviously, I can't speak to what was going on through this kid's head. I'm sure it was nothing but the worst shit. Obviously, the worst shit imaginable for him. But I'll continue reading. Perez Jimenez entered ICE custody on February 21st. The release states less than a month before his death. During his medical intake, the agency said he said no to all suicide screening questions and denied behavioral issues and concerns. The Miami Herald has requested the autopsy report from the medical examiner's office. Under the Trump administration, ICE has started focusing on the criminal histories of detainees as a part of their death announcements. Perez Jimenez came into the United States in February 2022, the agency said, but he voluntarily returned to Mexico that same day after border authorities came across him. It is not known when he returned to the U.S. The Herald located court and police records matching the ICE notice for a man, city of Edgewater. I'm sorry, let me reread this. It is not known when he returned to the U.S. The Herald located court and police records matching the ICE notice for a man, city of Edgewater. I don't know if that's...
For a man in the city of Edgewater.
For a man in the city of Edgewater. Officers pulled over for crossing lanes while driving a scooter on January 21st. He sped away, and when police came across him again a short distance away, he stopped on the sidewalk. An officer ordered him to step off the scooter and sit on the ground, but it's unclear if he understood, as the officers later had to call for a translator. When Perez Jimenez failed to get off the scooter, an officer attempted to escort the male subject to the ground. He tensed up and pulled away, the report said, and the officer attempted a leg sweep to take the subject to the ground. On the ground, Perez Jimenez pulled away and put his hands under his body, the report said. The officers arrested him for resisting an officer without violence. During a later interview, Perez Jimenez gave police a false name. He was charged with 2 misdemeanors for impersonating someone else and resisting an officer. According to the report, another individual whom officers came across and who was dressed exactly the same as the first male, coming in from the same location, riding on the exact same make model scooter, was also arrested for giving cops a false name. That's crazy. The next day, on January 22nd, the Department of Homeland Security filed an immigration detainer requesting that Perez Jimenez be released into ICE custody. The request noted him as posing a risk to national security, border security, or public safety.
So let's pause right here. So let's look at the extent of this kid's crimes that he's committed. Because, again, the Trump administration is really putting an emphasis here, like the article mentioned, of like when they announce a death, they mention the crimes, how to paint how dangerous these people are. And his crimes seem to be he was in the country undocumented. So, we all know that's
death penalty.
Exactly. So he was in the country undocumented. He was on a scooter and he lane changed illegally. Then when he was pulled over, he needed translation, couldn't understand the cops. And then when they were arresting him, they had to do a leg sweep and they had to pull his hands out from underneath him because he wasn't giving them his hands. And that seems to be it. Now this kid is dead. And
in the most case, that's like a weekend. I mean, I'm not gonna a weekend in jail, a week. I don't know what it's not. Doesn't seem like serious. They're all misdemeanors.
Yeah,
everything he got was a misdemeanor, and then he's dead.
And this is Florida. I forget the name, but we've talked about it on this podcast. How the Trump is offering this program for police departments across the country that essentially deputizes them as immigration officers. And 2/3 of the departments that have signed up for this are in Florida. So Florida is where we're going to see the most of this, police into ICE custody, police collaborating with ICE, and just things like this happening repeatedly again and again.
Yeah, and it's so evil to try to act to try to mention his crimes as if these are misdemeanors, as if they're not to justify his death. That's just so crazy. But
yeah.
The Glades County Sheriff, whose office operates the facility through a contract with ICE, declined to comment about Perez Jimenez's death. The Glades County Sheriff Office started holding up to 500 immigrants for ICE under a contract with the agency in April 2025, 3 years after the Biden administration halted the contract, citing persistent and ongoing concerns about detainee health care. For years, activists had pushed the federal government to stop working with the facility to house immigrants.
Yep. I mean, sorry?
I was just saying RIP to Perez Jimenez, man.
Yeah, 19-year-old kid. And again, as we've mentioned before, all these facilities are privately run. All of these ICE detainment facilities are managed for profit. Any sort of care or safety protocol, safety measure is viewed as a cost that should be cut in order to increase the profit margins. And so it's not really a coincidence. It's yes, as you mentioned, obviously deliberate cruelty is a factor, but another factor is just this how can we possibly make money off of this? Oh, we could privatize all these attainment facilities, and then any sort of safety measure becomes a cost that needs to be cut.
I still count that as under deliberate cruelty because I believe wholeheartedly capitalism is deliberate cruelty. There's nothing you can fucking the way capitalists make money is via they make profits by cutting. They'll cut whole workforces and they act like they just made profits. And it's you're cutting corners. They're making profits. They're cutting. I believe in order to maximize your capitalism, which is the goal of all these CEOs, to maximize their profits, they cut. They're cruel. That's the only way you get this amount of wealth, which I'm so always confused about the economy and money because it's okay, you cut your workforce, you cut corners, you made society worse, you made everybody unemployed, you have all this money, and then they'll be if we don't make the exact same amount of overwhelming gains the next year, this business shuts down.
Yeah.
I'm you just made $890 billion last year, and yet because you didn't make $890 billion this year, the whole business needs to be bought out. I don't understand.
Yeah, they need to appease their investors that are giving them the capital to operate in the first place. So it's all it's all these incentives that are the worst kind of incentives that result in like this endless growth, endless cost cutting, endless like further and further inequality. Like it gets worse and worse
But it's
because of all
clearly
this.
not growth. It's like I think growth is like the growth only in the terms of the numbers going up on the
Yes.
document, because you're just
I don't mean growth in any sort of like
but
three-dimensional way
mean
whatsoever.
that's what they define as growth, and it's like you're just carving out your businesses and the economy and basically America. That's your version of growth. It's not growth. You're just eating your. I can't be like, oh man, I sell my arm and I made $200,000 and like I'm doing great. No, nigga, you didn't chopped off part. I don't understand.
How much would you sell your arm for?
Depends. I mean,
$200,000 is not enough.
Look,
but
my arm ain't the body part you want, right? We got more valuables. So I'm talking about my family jewels, folks.
all right, how much would you sell that for?
My balls? Interesting.
The most intriguing philosophical question posed on this podcast.
How much would you sell your balls for? That's a good question. Do I have to sell them as a pair? Do I have to make deals?
Yeah.
Could I sell one?
Pair.
What if one is more valuable than the other?
It's a 2-for-1 deal. You could call it a package deal.
Either way, you're getting shafted, all right?
Oh, there we go. There we go, folks.
Either way, you're getting the shaft. I'm getting
folks. We got a comedy podcast going right now.
Guys, you hear the wordplay? I said shafted, as in a penis shaft. Okay, all right. Great, perfect time opening that door.
Yes.
Y'all better be not talking about penis shafts in there. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yes. What do we got next? Reading here from the Military Times, my favorite publication. Pentagon once again urges civilian employees to volunteer with DHS is the headline of this article. The Department of Defense continues its search for department civilian employees to collaborate with the Department of Homeland Security in border security missions. The department persists in attempts to recruit its civilian employees to volunteer and support DHS operations, according to a Thursday email sent to DoD civilian employees that circulated on social media.
Perfect. That way, now civilians can bet on what inmates are going to kill themselves now.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in on that market. Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks. That's...
Last week, DoD issued a release urging civilian employees to consider volunteering. Any civilian can volunteer, regardless of their job or skills, and no resume is required.
Yeah, we needed like $200 billion for that war in Iran. So can y'all? What y'all say that y'all do it for the low skis?
Yeah.
I know he was giving out $50,000 bonuses. That shit is not happening no more.
Yeah.
Who wants to work for free though? That's
Yeah.
insane.
This is how the 3,000 deportations a day quota is going.
I'm looking for volunteers, folks. Who wants to be a race soldier for free?
Please.
I'd do it for the love of the game.
Exactly. And, I wonder if this is also related to, like, like the TSA is all quitting because DHS is not getting funded, partial government shutdown, and coincidentally, they have once again, we are, Bernie Sanders meme. We are once again asking if anyone would come and do work for us for free.
Guys, anybody? We are.
What is the downside to working with ICE for free? That's what we're asking y'all.
I mean, at this point, it just feels like ICE already was like getting niggas off the bus.
Yes.
Like, they're just
already. All right.
Whoever want to come, just come on.
Yeah.
So now you're just really just who's bored at home.
Yeah. No resume, no problem.
Oh, bitch, you thought we was doing background checks, nigga?
Yeah.
We are open door.
Yeah. We just can't afford to pay you. You understand, right?
That is so crazy. This is actually insane that they are looking for volunteer ICE agents. I'm assuming they're not going to be ICE agents.
It says like you know, it's very broadly worded. So let's see.
ICE agents already dress like niggas who volunteered in the first place. These niggas already ain't no consistent uniform. They just show up.
Yeah.
They just hand you
Volunteer fire department vibes.
Literally. Group bowling
Yes.
team.
Dwight Schrute in a hood. Vibes.
I heard we can hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I mean, how desperate can you really be? I mean, they went from you know, $50,000 bonuses to okay, anyone down to the age of 18. All right, now instead of our 6-month training, just go through these training modules at home. It takes 2 hours. You'll be fine.
We are letting immigrants be ICE agents now. We are running out of. There's a large population of them apparently, and so we're just deputizing them.
And they are very hard workers. They seem to have a unique appreciation of the American dream that allows them to really give it their all and support our economy. Huh.
That's literally, honestly, the best case scenario. We just make immigrants ICE agents, and then they just become tax-paying, working-class citizens.
Yeah.
That's how I would fix it. And then someone would come in and be like, it doesn't work like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point.
It's like, hilarious. This is insane.
Yeah.
This is actually nuts. They were offering $50,000 to niggas to sell their soul. Now they're asking you to sell your soul for the free ski.
To give away your soul.
Yeah, can you just give us it?
Yeah.
Can you make your family hate you and can you have to like lie and say you were like became a nurse for free? Like this is hysterical.
Yeah.
This is like it's like I can't even find the words. This is like what.
We can't give you any money, but how about this coffee? How about some ICE Homeland Security swag?
The narrative of this is so insane.
Yeah.
It's like a book. It's like, I feel like I'm reading a funny book where it's like, damn, now the bad guy team it's like, you're just, if stormtroopers had no benefits, they were like, look, nigga, anybody can really be a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, just pat yourself on the back 2 times, do like this. You're a stormtrooper now. Welcome to the team, brother.
They're trying to make an arrest, and all these protesters are like, trying to protect the lady selling churros. They're trying to protect her, and then some lady yells at the ICE agent like, "How much are they paying you to fucking do this bullshit? I'll give you that much money." He's like, "Actually, I'm not getting paid anything."
Bitch, I am homeless. I just need something to do on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife divorced me because I refused to get a job and I'm doing this for fun.
This is, oh my God, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so more.
If you sign up for this, if you do this, that should be like
you should be deported.
Yeah, exactly. That should be why
get the fuck out of here.
I do not want you in my country, brother. I do not want you. Get the
you
fuck.
Don't belong here.
What? You the type of nigga to bootleg for free. You do the work of the state for free. That's a different type of fucking cuck. But all right. So if you're bored on a Wednesday, you don't want to go to the Brooklyn Museum for the 15th time.
Yeah. We know you're banned on Xbox Live. Might as well. This is the last stop.
Yeah. Take your unshowered ass. I know you're
nowhere to go after this. This is the final destination.
Jesus. All right. But speaking of going to nowhere to go, Louisville, Kentucky.
Damn.
No offense. But via PBS News, feds moved to dismiss charges against officers accused of falsifying warrants in Breonna Taylor raid. Federal prosecutors asked a judge Friday to dismiss the charges against 2 Louisville officers accused of falsifying a warrant that led police to raid Breonna Taylor's apartment that night she was killed 6 years ago. Isn't this the perfect timeline? Mm-hmm. Isn't this awesome? You remember how far Actually, we didn't have it come that far. It's just like a swing of the pendulum. But like, it's really amazing how and maybe I'll look at it in a positive light of how only 5 years ago, we were very much, we need police reform. We need to hold these cops accountable. We need to do all these things to fix policing in America. And the nation was with it. Everybody was hungo. Cut to 6 years later, we're like, hey man, you remember them cops that lied and they literally falsified a fucking warrant and got off. They killed Breonna Taylor in her home. Now we have an administration that's just okay with that. And a reason why I say like, wow, maybe I have a little, because the pendulum hopefully will swing back to
falsified a warrant, which we learned later through like one of the lawsuits. One of the lawsuits alleged something interesting that so apparently this neighborhood that Breonna Taylor lived in was a target of like this Louisville City like revitalization project, aka gentrification. And so like trying to economically, boost this area means, okay, what do we do with this neighborhood that we don't want in we would rather have a bunch of people making money, getting rich. So what do we do with these people? And so those are the neighborhoods that start to get over-policed. And those are the neighborhoods where police are kind of being like nudge to like, hey, if some of these people won't evict themselves, maybe you can help along with this process.
Evict them to heaven.
Well, yeah, and so that's what I wonder. Like this falsified warrant. Like I wonder, like how much did it have to do with this gentrification project that was going on in Breonna Taylor's neighborhood? I
don't put anything past these niggas, especially when capital and policing comes together. I absolutely will lean towards the conspiracy. I don't even want to call it conspiracy because it's just like it happens so time and time again.
Yeah.
But I mean, that narrative sounds like very feasible.
Yeah.
Very feasible. But prosecutors said in a court filing that their review of the case showed the charges against former detective Joshua James and former Sergeant Kyle Meany should be dismissed in the interest of justice. Judges have twice reduced the felony charge against each officer to a misdemeanor, saying there wasn't a direct link between the false information in the warrant and Taylor's death. Prosecutors said after the second ruling that they had decided to drop the cases. Mind you, this is why niggas was so excited about Afroman for me, because it's just like he could have easily been Breonna Taylor.
Yeah,
he could have easily been shot in his home. That's like the part that sticks the most out about the Afroman story to me. I'm like, dude, they tried to kill this nigga. Sorry, like Breonna, they tried to murder Afroman, and they would have gotten away with it. Yeah. We see that with the most high profile Breonna Taylor, the most high profile. She wasn't swatted, but she was. They raided her home. And so that shit is, it just shows how fucking no one cares. The reason why Black Lives Matter was a slogan is because of fucking this. Literally because of this.
And it's like, their logic here is always a different logic that gets applied to the police versus get applied to the victims of the police, because they said that, this is the federal government saying that there was not a direct link between the falsified warrant and Taylor's death. So we know there's obviously a direct link, but I guess what they're arguing is that, well, it was an indirect link. It wasn't a direct link. Meanwhile, we have stories like the one we just covered a few weeks ago in Phoenix, where cops came because there was an intruder with a gun call, and the father had heroically disarmed the intruder. Cop shows up, kills the father immediately, and whenever that happens, when the cops kill the wrong guy, they always press murder charges on the guy who started the inciting incident. So the guy that the father had disarmed, that person is now being charged with the murder of the father. Now, clearly, this guy should be charged with something. He was breaking and entering. He had a gun, but he is not the one who pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
So. But it doesn't matter to the cops, right? To the justice system, in this situation, you are the direct link between the cop pulling the trigger and this man being dead. Here we have a scenario where you can see another very clear link, but this time it's, no, you can't say there's a direct link between this falsified warrant and the death of Breonna Taylor.
And it's an excellent fucking point. They just make up the rules as they go.
Yeah.
To protect them. It's literally like the banker. It's like when the banker plays in Monopoly and they just like, nah, that's a bad metaphor, but like, it's actually nothing like that. I started thinking about it. I was like, there's nothing to do with the banker in Monopoly. And
it's got to be like some board game.
But
Fuck, what board game is it like?
What can I relate that to? How can I rationalize that? Anywho, or was that prosecutors said in court filing that is that where I was?
I think we are elated with this development.
We are elated with this development, said Travis Locke, disgusting, an attorney for James. Meanie's lawyer, apt last name, Michael Denbo, said he is incredibly grateful for today's filing. Just like this is hard to read. Meanie is looking forward to putting this matter behind him and moving forward with his life. He said, wish Breonna Taylor could do that. I said, Taylor, 26, was shot to death by police when they broke down the door of her apartment while serving a no-knock drug warrant looking for a former boyfriend who no longer lived there. Taylor's boyfriend at the time fired at the officers, and Taylor was killed as police fired back. The March 13th, 2020 death of Taylor, who was black, and local anger over Louisville's handling of the case gained widespread attention during the wave of racial justice protests sparked by the police murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis that May. 6 years on, activists continue to point to Taylor's killing as an example of the systemic injustice black women face. Federal prosecutors under former President Joe Biden pressed charges against the officer. Under President Donald Trump, though, the Department of Justice asked that Brett Hankinson, the only officer serving the prison time related to Taylor's killing, be let out of prison while he appeals his conviction. Imagine that's so how we live in a dark timeline, because it's just niggas who voted for Trump who was just like, if I vote for him, he's going to get me out of my race crime that I committed.
Yeah, I mean, I never even really saw like the counter argument to Breonna Taylor's death, because we saw it with George Floyd, right? That's what the right-wing troll response was, like, oh, he was on drugs, oh, he had a counterfeit $20 bill, all complete bullshit arguments that blame the victim. But with Breonna Taylor, I mean, there's really, even if you are a racist psychopath, there's really no way you could frame her as guilty of anything.
Yeah.
She was a nurse who was asleep in her own apartment, and the person they were looking for was not there. Yeah. And yet, again, it's like this administration doing everything they can to get these officers responsible off the hook, when it seems like, I mean, no one's even really asking for that. I never saw I never saw the narrative that presents those cops as being innocent, like you did see with George Floyd.
Yeah, this is a side, but this is very funny. At least I hope it makes people feel better. It made me feel better this week. Speaking of, it's about George Floyd. You know how all the racist niggas was doing racist George Floyd memes, and they were just doing that for a while, and then Charlie Kirk happened, and niggas started Charlie Kirking. It became a Charlie Kirk versus George Floyd.
My God,
it's horrible. But then the George Floyd meme stopped at a certain point. Charlie Kirk meme's still flowing, and somebody on Twitter made the realization. We were like, y'all, we won. We won. Charlie, it's constant Charlie onslaught of Charlie Kirk, horrible memes, and it's like, oh yeah, you gotta, if you post a George Floyd meme, you gotta be like truly like in the love of the racist game. You gotta be like, I hate black people for it. But you post a Charlie Kirk meme, that's just, you're just a funny guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
there's like 7-year-olds on Roblox like, we are Charlie Kirk. I mean,
Kirk can fight me, Captain. Just fucking Awesome shit. We won.
Yeah, it's a little victory, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, take the win somewhere,
Yeah,
But,
doesn't feel like a victory, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes.
In the battlefield of culture war, it is a victory. Okay,
All right.
that is where
I'll give you that.
The psychological battle takes place, and we are winning.
Yeah,
that
and it's probably the peak of AI art was that song.
Truly, I mean, peak of AI. I cannot. Okay, I don't fuck with AI at all, but I cannot not have AI Charlie Kirk everywhere. That's now a part of my life. I need you to Kirkify everything.
Yeah, that's Ashton's walk-up song.
I need everything to have a Charlie Kirk face.
Yeah. He's like, babe, all right, I got a funny viral wedding entrance we could do. You know those cute viral. She's like, what, Ashton?
We shouldn't. Okay, hear me out. Maybe not Go Kiss the Bride, whatever that fucking song is. What if? What if?
Yeah.
We play We Are Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but it's a gospel choir. Now Ashton's like, this is actually a good idea.
I'm like writing this down.
Let's move on to our last story here. Again, just a silly one, little reward for being here with us through this horror show of every week.
And it's about our favorite subject.
It's about Ashton's favorite subject.
Freaky okay.
Oh, okay.
Abandoned me on that one.
I wasn't with you on that one.
Freaky cops.
There's a lot of ways that sentence could have ended. So, Palm Beach, Florida, reading here from CBS 12 News. Palm Beach Sheriff Office deputy posted photos, videos in uniform on foot fetish site for cash, loses job.
Now, this is actually an injustice.
It is.
I think
right?
this is actually fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, what does a cop got to do to keep protecting our neighborhoods?
She has thousands of footages of videos like the mail before, but guess what?
Footage. Emphasis on the footage. This is some footage she's got. God damn.
The funny part was I thought you were making fun of me for saying footages.
No,
like,
of course that's fine. Yeah,
I know. Nice catch, brother.
Yeah. Why would I pounce on you from that? We would never get through an episode.
I know, right? Footages.
Yeah. So let's start here. A veteran Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office deputy has lost her job after an internal affairs investigation found she operated a paid fetish content account, used sick leave to film videos, and appeared in uniform in at least one explicit post.
It's called sick leave because the niggas downloading that shit is sick.
And I'm workers' rights. I'm like, hey, those days are your days, all right?
Yeah.
Who cares if you're not actually sick? You need a day off. You need a mental health
mental
day.
health day. That's I use that all the fucking
Yes, and so was she. So, according to the report, Deputy Brandy Tenlin, a 21-year law enforcement employee assigned to the Palm Beach County Courthouse, created and managed an account on a subscription-based platform, feetfinder.com,
nice,
where she sold photos and videos centered on foot fetish content. Investigators say the account contained hundreds of images and dozens of videos, some of which included sexually suggestive or explicit acts.
I'm on the website right now. It's absolutely that.
Ashton's, this is the most research Ashton's ever done for one of our episodes. Ashton's come here with pages and pages of... Is that a dossier you brought to the podcast, Ashton?
So you can see it here.
Where'd you get that laser pointer from? The investigation began in July 2025 after other deputies, that's a shame. Other deputies reported hearing that Tenlin was operating an online account catering to fetish interests. A supervisor initiated a preliminary inquiry, which led to a full internal affairs investigation. Can y'all please use these internal affairs investigation resources y'all apparently do have on some other affairs that could be investigated? Besides a lady on footfetish.com. So who has footfetish.com ever heard?
I'm sorry. Where's the crime being committed here?
Exactly.
Oh, she took a sick day to
She took a day off from harassing black people to just record her feet.
Was it with her body cam? Is that the problem?
Let the lady and her ring light be.
This is so. I'm so upset that I'm on it. First off, lady, why did you?
Free Tenlin, whatever her name is, Brandy Tenlin.
Is she in jail?
No.
Okay. But free her.
Yeah.
Free
her spiritually.
And by free, we mean make that account.
Yeah.
Free. Let
Yeah.
us access that shit.
Yeah.
No. I foot fetishes. That's one of them ones. That
Yeah.
I don't understand. And
Sure.
I just not one of them people who say don't kink shame. I'll be kink shaming.
Yeah.
Because
You do.
some of that shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You need to get with God.
Yeah.
You like feet, nigga? I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga,
You need to like going to church on Sunday.
Yeah, nigga. Find Christ, my brother. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You sexualizing feet? That's a whole nother level. That's like
Yeah.
elbows, nigga. What? That's all right.
You following Instagram models? I'll tell you who you need to be following. In at least one video, she wore her PBSO Palm Beach Sheriff's Office uniform. The photographs and videos clearly identified Deputy Tenlin. The videos and photographs were mostly a foot fetish related material. Some were pornography or sexually suggestive material, such as Tenlin. All right.
Oh no, I don't want to even look at that.
Me neither. But we have a job to do. Such as Tenlin stepping on testicles, kicks, and knee strikes delivered to a male's genitals. The fuck?
She's doing moves cops do that are illegal. She's like, in my normal workplace, this would be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I would get an internals affair investigation for doing this, but I'm in the clear.
You asked me for this. You want me to choke?
This is actually a consenting adult that I'm working with.
You want me to put
here.
your testicles in an illegal chokehold? Okay.
Massaging of male genitalia or sex toys with feet and simulated oral sex. Tenlin wore lingerie, a martial arts uniform. I got a laugh from Andrea. A gi.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a little karate uniform.
Who are these freaky ass niggas?
Yeah. It sounds like she has a real ongoing engagement with her followers, that she's kind of, that's what I imagine. Maybe that was her idea. Maybe it matches the kicks. Now I get it.
God.
Now I get it. The kicks and the knees. All right. Actually, that's pretty creative.
She has a niche. Okay, she's like it's a niche.
Yeah.
You gotta find a way to stand out on OnlyFans. So.
Yeah.
Or footfetish.com. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's millions, perhaps even billions of competitors on that website. So martial arts uniform or other clothes and performed erotic poses, but was not nude in the discovered pictures or videos, okay? Other post showed Tenlin's feet only at the beach, riding a bike, crushing different items such as fruit, toys, or several videos of her crushing live crickets.
What?
Ew.
Okay.
With her bare feet. That's gross. That's my red line.
Yeah, why you got to do a
That's
live,
my Obama red line.
Nothing else. Why do things have to die for your fucking...
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
live crickets. That's gross.
Crunch.
Ew.
I want to hear the crunch.
Yeah.
Probably when they actually want.
Bro, who's asking for crickets?
Dude, I think she should.
We need to get PETA involved.
She
in
needs
this
to be
shit.
reinstated in her job so she can arrest every one of her fans.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is animal abuse, and I will not stand for it. There were 59 videos, 431 photos. Authorities found that Tenlin earned approximately $6,000 over a 16-month period through the account. Now they're just roasting her.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Damn.
She's crushing crickets with her feet. That's got to be worth more than that. Yeah. The report also states she accessed and managed the account during work hours and used agency equipment to send related emails. One of the most serious findings involved a video in which Tenlin appeared wearing parts of her official uniform while removing her boots, saying her socks were moist and referencing her profession.
Okay.
Investigators
We don't got to read this whole thing.
I know, it's gross. Investigators concluded that this action identified her as a law enforcement officer while promoting explicit content. Yeah, look, I know at first I was on her side. Now I'm like, Hillary Clinton, lock her up. Like,
back on the these
get her
niggas-
out of here.
Look, this is yeah, man. I don't approve. I am gonna go check out the content just to
research,
see why she's only making $6,000. Maybe give her some pointers.
Yeah,
I'm not, it's not my thing. Maybe an outside eye to look at it.
Yeah,
Like, it'd be like,
you're as a consultant.
Look, this is here's what you could do to bring in like a person who isn't in this world. You need to like Lupe dumb it down so you can reach the masses.
Asher's gonna come in. He's like, first of all, get rid of all the feet stuff. Gross.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
First things first. Okay. Secondly, titties.
Yeah.
Simple.
Go with the classics.
But that was the grossest way we could have ended the pod.
Yeah.
We had a good mix. Freaky.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Started freaky, ended freaky.
Yeah. These niggas. Man, if I could just be a cricket on the wall of the police department.
I would hate to be a cricket. You'd be running for your life.
If I could just be a cricket on the wall of the PD, it's just hell. Just niggas actually taking pictures of their dick. Cricket lady just stepping on. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, guys, love you.
That's it. Tune into our Patreon and or don't. But either way, have a good one. Thanks for listening.
Bye.